Welcome back to Guitar Lesson Insider. Hopefully you're returning back from that first lesson. This one's going to be about the basics. How to hold a pick, your guitar, how to make noises with it, how to make notes on different frets and stuff, and also how to tune. So the first thing is how to hold the pick. So if you're right-handed or left-handed, it doesn't matter. Just you pinch it like that, and then you kind of turn it to the side. And then when you use it, you take that little tip that's sticking out of your fingers and you hit the string with it. So if you can get hard picks or light picks. This one's kind of in the middle. Just get comfortable with hitting the string with the pick. And then once you do that, you can fret. Not worry, but fret on the guitar. You take your finger and you don't lightly put it on the string, but you push it down enough to where it touches the fret ahead of it. And then you pluck the string with your pick. So try it on the E string and then move up to do different strings. And then if you can get comfortable with that, you can start using different fingers. And it won't sound that great yet because you don't exactly know what spots on the guitar make what noises, you know? So just get comfortable with that. If you can get comfortable with your index and ring finger, you'll be pretty set to go. But if you feel like you want to keep going, you can use all four of your fingers. And if you're having a hard time stretching your fingers out that far, you can move it up to the frets up here. Because they're a little closer together. And then if you can get it down up there, move down here where they're farther apart. And you can exercise your fingers. The next thing is how to tune your guitar. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the E string, A, I'm going to kind of make them out of tune. See, that's not right. Sounds horrible. So I've got my cable and I've got my chord tuner. These are about 15 bucks at the guitar store, and I highly advise you to get one. So first we need to know the names of the strings. We have E, A, D, G, B, and E. And that's in the article if you can't remember it. You can just check it out at the article. So here's how these tuners work. You have a sound. You can make it play a sound. Or let's see, some of them have a mode where you can select what note you're tuning to, and some of them just tell you what note you're playing and how bad it is. So this one has a little meter on it, and if I hit a string, it'll tell me I'm playing an E, and it looks like it's a little, well, actually it looks about right. It's a little flat. So what you want to do is take your tuning peg, pluck the string, watch the tuner, and turn it until it's straight up and down. See, that's pretty close. That one didn't have to move too much. So here's the A string. It's far enough off that we're playing a G sharp. So we'll have to go up. There's the A. Looks a little flat still. Now we're a little sharp. Bring it back down. There we go. That's pretty close. That's about right. So go through all your strings and make sure they're tuned right. And when it says it's sharp, that means the string is too small. It's too tight, so it's a higher frequency than it should be. But when it's flat, it's too low. The string's bigger than it should be, longer, and it's a lower frequency than it should be. So if you're flat, you have to move the tuning peg so that your string gets tighter. That'll make the pitch go up. Just like if you have a rubber band, you hook it on something and pull it tighter and tighter, it gets higher pitch. It's like a big metal rubber band, I guess. Your tuner should also come with some instructions about how to tune your guitar. And if your tuner's different than mine, then you'll probably want to follow those and make sure you know that you're doing everything correctly. So the next thing I want to cover is how to tune your guitar by ear. So let's check this out. Plugged into the amp again, and we'll play the low E string. That's the one closest to you. And we'll play it on the 5th fret. That's an A. And we also have an A string, so if we play those together, they should sound about the same. So here's the A on the E string, and then the A string itself, open. See, they sound the same. So that's about right, but let's take the E string and tune it down. So here's the what should be an A on the E string, and then here's the A string. If you're just starting, that might sound pretty close, but it's a little off. So here's what I like to do. I pick them, and then I reach over with my other hand and mess with the tuning peg. So let's try that. See, that sounds better. And then you can move up, move your finger to the next string. So this should be a D on the A string, and then play with the D string. That's pretty close. Next. Then when you get to the G string, play it on the 4th fret, because that's a B. It's not on the 5th fret on that string. It's a little out of tune, but it's close enough. And then 5th string on the B string, or the 5th fret on the B string will be an E. So you can go through and play it like this. There's also a few other tricks you can use to tune your guitar to itself. You can play harmonics, but you don't have to worry about that. Or you can play just if you're going for the E string, you can just play an E on one of the other strings, and it'll work fine. Like there's an E on the A string, 7th fret, and then if we play that with the open E string, they should sound about right. They're close. They're a little out of tune, but they're close. There we go. So there's the basics about playing notes and tuning your guitar. Make sure you read over the article a few times and practice everything that's going on with that. And if you have any questions, you can check out the forums or email any of the members on GLI. Thanks a lot.